Welcome to reading class, second grade. We have some more about Andy's real question today again, and it's lesson 12. Let's review the words here on the board over here first of all. Confused means feeling mixed up or not sure. Dozen means 12. Explain means to make easy to understand. Extra means more than enough. Holy means set apart to God. Humble, not acting proud. Invitation means a request to come to something. Mystery means something that cannot be explained. And opportunity means a chance to do something. Okay, so let's talk about the lesson today, Andy's real question. Let's discuss the story question. What was Andy's real question? Andy's real question is stated on page 244. If God is in heaven, how can he hear when I pray? So it's kind of interesting to think about God being all kinds of different places. Andy had gone and asked his grandma where God was, and she said, he's in heaven. First of all, he had asked his mom where she is. Actually, no, take that back. So he asked his mom, first of all, where God is, and his mom said, God is in heaven. And then he went and asked his grandma where God is, and she said, well, God is in church. And so then he was confused, so then he went and asked his dad where God is, and well, his dad then took time to explain exactly how and where God is. And so God is everywhere. God is all around us. We can't really explain fully where all God is because God is just everywhere. God is here at school with me. I'm here in the classroom by myself. But God is here with me, and God is at the same time with you at home as you're doing your lessons. So God is just everywhere, and it's kind of hard to really explain it. But it's just nice to know that God can be everywhere too, because we never have to be scared because God is always with us. Okay, let's talk about questions and answers of the story a little bit here. It's number one. Question one is, what size was Andy? You will find it on page 243 in your reader. So you can have your readers open with me now. Open up your readers with me, and we want to go through these questions kind of together. So the first question, okay, is everyone ready? Your readers are open to, well, Andy's real question starts on page 243, but I'm going to be asking the question, and then I'm going to say the page number. See how fast you can turn your page number. See how fast you can turn to that page number and be with me, and then see how fast you can find the question. Maybe you can find the question really fast. So number one is, what size was Andy? So we'll look on page 243. And Andy was not very big, but he had a big question. So that was the answer to number one. Number two question is, what was Mother doing? Page 243, she was washing the clothes. Number three, what did Andy hope when he asked Mother his question? Page 243, he hoped she wouldn't laugh at his question. Number four, how did Andy go up the basement steps? Page 244, Andy ran up the basement steps. Number five, where was Grandmother? Page 244, Grandmother was in the kitchen washing dishes. Number six, how did Andy feel after he talked to Grandmother? Page 244. Now he was confused for sure. Number seven, where was Daddy? Page 245. Daddy was at his desk in the corner reading his Bible. Number 8, how many places can we be at the same time? Page 245, we can be at only one place at one time. Number 9, what does God do for his people on the other side of the world? Page 247, he takes care of his people on the other side of the world. Number 10, where did Andy go to think things over? Page 249, then Andy ran away to his room where he could think things over by himself. Okay, let's look a little bit at your lesson for today. Part A, you will number each sentence, each set of sentences from 1 to 3 in the order that they happened. So number 1, you have 3 different sentences there. Read them and decide what happened first. Put a number 1 beside what happened first, and number 2 beside what happened second, and number 3 beside what happened third. And then number 2, do the same way. Read all your sentences first and then decide which one happened first. So put a 1 beside which one happened first and a 2 beside what happened next, and on like that. Be really careful with this part, 2nd grade, because they can get kind of tricky sometimes. So be careful to read all 3 things before you start numbering. That way it's a little bit easier to decide what happened first. And use your readers to help you if you don't understand. First of all, before you even start with your lesson, make sure that you have read your story. And also, today again, try to read it out loud to someone. That's really good if you can have time to read it out loud to someone. And use a lot of expression and try to read exactly how they must have been saying something and make it sound really alive. Okay, and then you can go ahead with the rest of your lesson. I'm going to skip over a few parts here. Let's go to part E. It says, memorize the Bible verse and say it to your teacher. So try to have that memorized, and you can say it to your mom there at home. And then, okay, so if you're not in your workbooks yet, open your workbooks if you're not there yet, and turn to page 31, and I'm going to read that part underneath the Bible verse. So let's read that part right there. It says, like Andy, we may not understand how Jesus can be with us when we cannot see him. But we believe it because Jesus said he would always be with us. So now it says in your directions, think of a place where you can be all by yourself. In the space below, draw a picture of yourself in that place. Write Jesus in each blank to show that he is with you all the time. So in each blank, you're going to write Jesus in each one of those blanks there on page 31. So, and then in the middle, you will get to draw a picture of a place where you can be all by yourself. So you can use your imagination in this. You could maybe be out in the woods by yourself. You could maybe be out on the swing set by yourself. You could be in a room by yourself doing your lesson. You could be out on the lawnmower by yourself. So just anything that you can think of, and draw a picture of something where you would be all by yourself somewhere. So Jesus is always with us to take care of us. He is always with us to remind us of what is right to do and to help us to do it. Andy could not understand how God could be everywhere all the time. But since the Bible said so, he believed it. We cannot understand how Jesus can be with us when we cannot see him. But we believe it because he said he would always be with us. So that's what your Bible memory verse kind of means. It says, lo, I am with you always. And that's what that means. Jesus is with us all the time. Wherever we go, It doesn't matter how far away we are from other people. Jesus is always with us. Okay, I think I'll let you go ahead now with your lesson and try to do again a really good job and take time to read your story to someone. And yeah, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.